Yes, I
Uh,
I finished the recording. I think it's working now.
okay.
James, are you not the one doing facilitation?
I'm yet to get that role today. We are supposed to do setup, so I was thinking I'm going to do that to that.
Yeah, you need to ask people their positions. Hi guys. Hi Julie.
Okay. So for today's sessions, we are going to do the roles for today, and maybe I can see just a second. So for facilitation, who is going to assist me with facilitation? I will assist you, James. I will assist you, James.
I think it's Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And timekeeper for me. Video indexing. So Julie, I think Julie can do that video indexing. Hi Julie. Are you heard me, Julie? Benji?
Yes, Abdul, she said.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Julie. And master task responsibility. Benji?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. Anyone can help on Julie or Benji on video indexing or task and responsibility.
I can assist them with video indexing.
Lucy?
I don't feel like doing anything today, Abdul. That message disagrees me.
I think you need to move on. We don't know this message right who, but I think we need to move on.
Yeah, you guys, you can just move on.
Yes, I think you also move on.
Even you, Abdul, it is not always good. Why don't people just bring the issue in front of all of us? If I was not fair with everyone during the session, instead of just going and write the message there, is it fair?
Yes, I think it's not fair, but I think it's happened. So can you take any?
That means they don't want me to participate during the session. I can keep quiet, no problem.
Okay, you can quite in this session, but you can. I think you need a. I think you need a task. Session value tracking or master document update, Lucy.
I don't do anything. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. Albina, are you Note taker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Albina. Session task responsibility verified. Are you okay?
No problem.
Okay. So I think setup is almost done. So any question in the setup? Yes.
If Albina can allow me, maybe I can assist her with not taking for today.
Okay, okay, no problem. So you can also help on Albina.
Thank you.
Okay. So I think we need to move on desired outcome. Also, we need to first check in and
Abdul,
yeah.
maybe I can assist you from there.
Okay, okay. So
With the facilitation.
yes, James, you start on facilitation on our check-in. Just assist. Okay, just move on.
Okay. Okay, guys. We are going to start with the check-ins, and maybe the first person who can start if Thomas can start with his check-in for today. Thomas, can you check? Okay, guys. That was good. I'm feeling sick. I have some tonsils, so I want to do more talking. And for me, it's a 5 today. Okay, Lucy, would you like to check in? Lucy? Okay, you can just go ahead. Albina?
Okay. I feel good today. And, I want to thank you all for coming to this session. Thomas, please.
Okay. Benji, would you like to check in?
Hello guys, I'm fine today. I haven't taken this, so I'm 6 today.
Julie, would you like to check in?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm good today. Excited to start the session. I'm 6.
Okay, thank you so much. Abdul, would you like to check in?
Yes. Hi everyone.
Okay, go ahead.
Pretty good today. Today is our weekend, and I think I'm really very much happy today. And also, I'm 7 today.
so much. Thank you. Lucy, would you like to check in? Okay, maybe I can go ahead and check in. Sorry?
Is Lucy around?
He's around.
Yes. Please, Lucy, just check him. Continue. Hi guys, I'm feeling disappointed today and I'm at 3.
Okay, Lucy, sorry for that. And I'm going to check in. So, I'm having a long day. I'm having a cold and it's putting me down. And for me, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Yeah, so yeah, I'm afraid today. So we are going to go to the next section, and that is the desired outcomes for today's session. So if any of you has any desired outcome for this session, you can share it with us. Abdul?
Yes. So I think we need to in desired outcome.
Hello, guys. Any desired outcomes for today?
Yes, I think. Yes, James. I think on desired outcome, getting more organized as a team on EurAfrica, and need to schedule on EurAfrica. I think Lucy have 2 or 3 buddy team schedule in EurAfrica, so we need to mention and clarify that day and also time.
Abdul, did you say schedule on EurAfrica buddy team?
Yes,
yes,
I updated on that. I updated. I think it's updated automatically. That means I think it's long term. And we need to organize EurAfrica as a team.
Okay, thank you, Abdul. And guys, any desired outcome for this session?
For me, I talk about transparency. I think we need to be transparent as a team so that when something comes up, we are all aware and we discuss as a team. It's not good to find something
Like we said, a session that is amazing that was there. So it's not good. Actually, we need to have a transparent team. At the end of the session,
Any other desired outcome before we move on?
Yeah, I think I have one. Okay, for me is that I'd like us to address any questions and issues that we have right now, so that we can discuss it and solve it in this session, rather than rather than someone to react with us or the whole group. We discuss the point, we discuss that problem and actually. So let's address the questions and issues and let's do this.
Okay, thank you, Thomas, for that. If there are no other desired outcomes for today, we are going to move on to the priority topics for today's session. And I think from desired outcomes, I think we can get a few of topics that we should discuss today. And Abdul, you spoke about scheduling of EurAfrica bandit teams, and I think maybe if we can discuss on that, and then we can make it to be a topic for today.
Okay, I think James, you are the facilitator, and so I think you need to share your screen, and I think it's be very helpful on our video recording. So if it's possible, you can share your screen. I also share my screen also.
I think you can see my screen now.
Yes. Okay. I think we can to add a priority topic. In our priority topic, we can add a new doc for priority task, and also need to updated our master document. Global weekly daily list of doc link, and I think it's okay now, and we need to move on master weekly not schedule.
Okay. So, Abdul.
Yes.
Can you give me a topic from that?
Okay, just give you the topic.
I suppose the first one is the weekly notes schedule, right?
Yes. Weekly note schedule. Weekly master note, I think. And then we need to discuss our priority topic. Every day's priority topic.
Okay. Guys, any other topics that we should discuss from today?
I don't understand about the first topic. Is it a topic as in, what is this? Are we going to discuss about this weekly note schedule from Sunday that
You have to understand that the one who is, since he has proposed that topic, then he's going to elaborate more on what.
Yes, I think. Yes, I think we need to elaborate, discuss briefly here. I think because I faced some extra things when working today with Jay. That's why we need to. I think we need to know this every people. I think.
Okay. So another.
I also have a request. That means when we working here, that means daily we have a regular schedule and we work daily. So when we work daily, then it's better if we share our screen. When we working as a body team, then we need to share our screen for every people in our body team.
Yeah. Maybe we can just this and then we can discuss this as the topic.
Yes.
Right now we still are not done with it.
Okay. So I think every people in this session, they need any question they can ask, and I think that was our desired outcome or also our priority topic. So any question, any people, I think Benji, do you have any question that you facing on that facing problem? You can share us so that we can solve this. And also Thomas, I think you need to update your weekly work reporting doc. And yes, I think you need to update your work reporting doc.
Yep.
And Julie, you can share if you face any problem, and we can help any people. We are a community network, and we working here not only for money. We working here to help each other, and that's the main goal in our organization. And we have a life support session every week. So life support session that means the goal of the life support session is that how this organization can help every people, and this is the main goal, I think, in this organization. So we are here to work and also help to each other if face any problem. So I think we need to move on.
We need to move
Yes.
on.
So before starting our priority topics, first we need to assign how many how many time we spend every priority topic. So just assign. Yes.
the first topic, how many minutes are we going to spend there?
Yes, I think we need to 5 minutes. Hi, Lucy. Are you hearing me?
Hi, Abdul.
Yes, I think you need to move on because you are the top position in this session, and I think this happens somehow. So I think it's this. I think you need to move on, and you can participate in this, because the top priority in this session is you, and you are the. Um, I think you are the manager in this EurAfrica session. So you need to participate with us, and you can also help us on desired outcome priority topics.
Okay. Abdul,
Yes.
guys, so are we in agreement that these are the topics that we need to discuss for today before we move on?
Okay.
So are we in agreement that these are the topics?
Yes, I agree. I Any objection, guys?
I agree to those topics.
I think we need to. I think we need to agree in this session and not silence every people. So when any people ask, or facilitators also ask, then we need to reply him. So I appreciate on that. So guys, you can participate also. So can we move on our priority topic?
Yeah, we can move on. Let's introduce the first topic.
Okay, so
Okay.
so Benji and Julie, you just need to the video indexing. Just I think your task is start here.
Yeah, for me, I think we have done our task now, but I
Okay.
want to add a priority topics.
Okay, go ahead.
We need also to discuss our own priority responsibility. I mean, each person's responsibility, everything.
Okay.
And by the way, Abdul, you
Yes.
said that I can be video indexer, so I think video indexing is very completed as what I can see here in in video indexing part.
Yes, I
This
think I think video indexing not completed.
okay, so what should
Okay, Benji.
yes,
Benji. Okay, what you need to do in terms of video indexing is to index the topics that we are going to introduce. For every topic, you'll be doing the indexing.
Hi
I'm sorry.
Benji. Hi
Sorry?
Benji. Hi Benji. You can share. You can see my screen. So this is our priority topic. That this is one, and
Okay.
this is our first topic. Yes, and we need to. So as a video indexer, so your task, you can
Yes.
just copy this one, and then add here,
Okay.
and then you need to go to YouTube link, and then yes, this one. So stop this one, and then you just go to share, and the time is 30 minutes. So click here, and then the exact time is here. So then put the time, and this is called the video indexing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that is the task, video indexing. That means video indexer every set of session in every global session or weekly session, and video indexing task is that. So is it clear every people what is video indexing task in setup?
So all priority topics, every priority topic should be implemented here in video indexing, right?
Yes, video indexing. And this is the video indexing. This is the setup task, setup, and video indexer role is here, and that is the task. And when we go to task and responsibility master, and this task is when we add this one and this one. So this is a project, this is a responsibility, and this is a task. So when we assign here, that means if we need, let's look at here, if we need just need a dog, so we can select this one as a task, and it's a yellow color. So this is a task, that's why we copy this one, then
Okay.
paste. Sorry, this is a project, so we just add here as a task. So I just a sample just here, just look at this one, the priority task. So go to get, need to get the body teams on calendar. So when, yes, this one, this is a task, and that's why this one is need to copy and paste here. This is a priority task. And when we add any responsibility, that means worker recruitment. So just go down, this is a project, so we can copy this one. This is a project, so that's why we need to copy and paste here. Yes, this is a project and is adding here. So setup, when we work on setup, then the task responsibility master is this one. So is it clear?
I, if you read again, I can memorize it in one time. If you read again, that's fine.
Okay. So I think
I think we'll help him some other time so that he will perfect it. Yes, and you help him so that we continue.
okay. So we, I think we need to move on our today's session. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So Benzi, maybe you can arrange for a time with Abdul so that I can show you on more on video indexing, because if we choose for you to show you now, you might not even have time to discover the priority topics.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Yeah, thank you for understanding.
Thank you.
So just master weekly notes schedule. I just copy this one. This is our today's task here, and body team, we first start Jayan Abdul and Albina and Lucy. So just look at here. At first, when we start our body team, that means two person, two member on that body team spent already 0.25, that means 15 minutes. Then any people can add on that session or body team. Then we need to stop that body team. That means J and Abdul is completed 0.25 hour. Then we need to add the new people that added here. Just look at here. I think third, fourth. Yes, just look at here. As a body tip, J and Abdul and Julie start on 8.25 AM. That means 8 hour 15 minutes on Asia time today. And when we spend 15 minutes, then J left this body team. So that's why we added another body team. That means body team Abdul and Julie, because in this time, that means after 8.5 8 hour 30 minutes, from this time J is not stay here. That's why we just create another body team. But when at 9 p.m. J back on 9 p.m. but Julie was not there. Julie stayed there but not working. That's why J mentioned that, this one. That means 9 a.m. In 9 a.m. Julie was not there, and 9.5, that means 9 hour 30 minutes. Then Julie back again. So that's why in this time, that means 0.5 hours, Julie is not stay here. That's why when Julie touch her hour, then he need to subtract this working hour. And this body team, that means Julie, J and Abdul stay here on hours, and then Abdul, that means I lead this body team, and then Jillu attend here. So in 10.5, that means 10 hour and 30 minutes. Abdul leave and J, Julie and Jillu stay here. And when 11 a.m. then J, Albina, Jillu, Julie and Lucy, that means two other people join in this body team. That means 11 a.m. join, and they spent here 0.5 hours, that means 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, J, Albina and Lucy, that means Julie and Jillu left this session. So is it clear, everybody?
Yes,
Okay. So this is important, because when we value tracking, we when we do our value tracking, then it will help us, and that is the main discussion on our master weekly notes schedule. And we also add our time that we spend on that time. That means uh, based on how much time we spent on there, we we must be assigned this one. We must be assigned everybody team. Okay.
Okay.
Abdul, I'm asking, how can they track that? They will be on tracking hours. How?
Just see this one. This body team start Asia time 8 hours and 15 minutes, and then this body team is a start. That means J, Abdul and Julie, and just 0.25 and 0.5. So I think it's time 0.25. Sorry, this is 0.25 because this body team.
Yes, I understand the way you explain.
Okay.
But how can they track the hours now? Are they tracking on our page worksheet or where? I don't know.
In our.
I understood what happened.
Yes, yes. I also understand your question. So what is our tracking hour in our work reporting doc, right? So when we go to so just look at here, we stay here 8 a.m. just start 8 a.m. that means Asia time, and we leave this session. That means just look at me. For I leave this session 10 9 hours 30 minutes. So that's why I not leave.
So you have 1 hour and 30 minutes, right?
Yes, no. Our total time just included 8, 9. So just
9:30.
just wait. So I live here. I just live here. Live.
I will leave at 10.
Yes, because in this session, in this Barikan session, stay 0.9 9 hour 30 a.m. to 10 hour 30 a.m. This Barikan stay from
So
9.
you have 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Abdul?
Yes.
I hope we are checking on time since you are still the timekeeper.
Okay. Okay.
But still, let me give Zulu a chance.
So hi Lucy. So my working hour in my work reporting doc is total 2.5 hours for today. Is it okay? Because I left this.
It's okay. Then, it's okay.
Yes.
What about for us? We continue before, and with Albina and Jay, and also Julie together. We spend like 4 hours. How can we know there we spend 6 hours?
4 hours, right? We please ask me again.
We continue on our session today with Jay, Julie, and me and Albina.
Yes.
So I don't understand. If you can come there, you get 4 hours from this link. You put it there. I don't understand that.
This on or your on today's work reporting doc.
Yes.
So you can see this one. This is just message.
Anyway, it's okay then. We can move on. Maybe I will get time to ask you when you are free.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to.
Okay, okay. I just go to this one then.
I think that one is a separate page. The message.
Yes, separate. But your today's task is just here, body team as a 2.5 hours, and after this you join with video training session. You join. So just look at here. You join 11 a.m. right? You added you 11 a.m. So
will be 10:30.
yes, so your total working hour is, this one is 2.5, and in this tax form training 1.5. So your total working hour is here, and in this master weekly notes schedule, Jay mentioned something in our Skype conversation. So I think it's okay, every people. And I just personally request every people, when we working as a body team, then we need to share this screen. That's why we know that we can help each other, and also know that is another people working or not. Okay.
So in my hour is 4 hours on that Asia, the one you are working master weekly. If you can count, I think maybe that's why you track out through that. Because I don't understand whether it is the 4 hours or the list you are showing there.
4 hours, right? This one, Lucy?
Yes, we have 4 hours, Adina and Lucy.
Yes.
Then after that, we joined training, you and Julie, and you left.
Yes.
So we continued from there.
Yes.
To 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Yes.
So, and I don't think when I calculate that, I get that. I don't know.
Okay, so I don't know the end of the session. That means in that in your training session, can you remember the ending time? Ending time, because in that time, that means 11 hours 30 minutes. Then Jill and Julie left in that time, and you stay here, but I don't know how much hour. So can you remember today's ending time, Lucy?
Maybe I think I don't also understand the whole thing, because I remember when we did the main hangout, it was on time. Actually, we got Jay and Abdul. I think I remember. Then in this master, Jay wrote we entered at 8:25. So I don't understand. Was it 25 minutes late or how? Because actually I cannot say, because Lucy, if you calculate that time, it won't even get to 4 hours. It will be less with more minutes. That's why I don't understand, because when we just enter in the main hangout, before we separate, you also have to record. Like when you are like 4 or 5, it is submitting. Before you separate to various hangouts. So I really don't understand. Even in the morning, as we just entered the hangout, it was written there, Lucy Albina, like 8:25. I saw somewhere there. So
yes.
to me, I also don't understand about the hour hours of calculation or what. What I normally understand is how many times, how many minutes, or how many hours have I spent on them.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can understand. But recording these hours and everything, I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Okay. Hi, Albina. 8.25 a.m. That means
Yeah.
8 hours. Asia time 8 hours and 15 minutes. And this called 8.25 a.m. So is it okay, Alvina, to you?
It's okay.
So any other question?
Now
You,
we don't have
you,
time there. Abdulatif, we have to go to the next topic.
sorry?
I think to clarify us on that. Yeah, I think if we have Jay, we need him to also clarify on that. Because when we entered the session today, I think I remember it was like 8 and our time it was 5:10 a.m. But it is written there 8:20, 8:25. And again, when we joined these people before, it was like we joined there for it was like 7:30 our local. So me, I don't understand this. To bring very much confusion. Does that mean when you finish the session, you need to record the time you end? You end the session?
Yes, Lucy, I just clear to you. In that time, Alvina and Lucy, you, I think today you guys working on which hangout? Just say me.
I can see that indicated 1.5 hour.
Yes, I just cleared that about this one. So can you say me which hangout you join? You working today's morning?
It was on fourth hangout.
Fourth hangout. Okay. So fourth hangout, right? So Lucy and Albina going started their work on fourth hangout 8 a.m. 8.15 minutes. That means 8 hours 15 minutes. You can stay start your body team today. But before this fourth hangout, you stay here on main hangout, right?
Exactly, but our names are not indicated there. So
Yes, I think you. Yes, you need to add here. That means main hangout. That means just here. You need to add here because you are on the main hangout. That's why. So after 15 minutes, uh, Lucy and Albina join on fourth hangout. So that's why it start 8.25 body team Albina and Lucy. And can you remember the ending session, your body team session, ending time? Lucy?
I think we took that is our local time to 7.
Yes, 7, right? 7. 7:30, right? 7:30, right?
Join the main hangout.
Yes, 7:30. That means Asia time 10:30. So just calculate this one. So I think 2.25. Is it okay?
It's okay, but it was the question of the future. Maybe like tomorrow we are working. Are we supposed to record everything by the end of the session? You need to also notify. I end my work at this time. Also recording there.
I think recording. I don't know. Is that include or not. So I think we need to ask to Jay if we recording any session, then we can add or not add. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So Lucy and Albina, are you clear about this one? That your confusion, are you okay now? Because your total body team is 230 hours today, right? So you Albina and Lucy only spend 2 hours 15 minutes, right? 2 hours 15 minutes, and you stay another 15 minutes here. That means main hangout, and after 230 hours, then you join in this training session, and you spent here 130 hours, right? 130 minutes. So I think it's clear, everyone, I think.
I think we will learn as we work. No
Okay.
problem.
Abdul,
Yes.
I think if everybody is okay with this topic, we can move on to the next one. Because I think we've spent almost 20 minutes on this topic.
Yes. Okay. You can just see this just message.
Yeah, I can see. So, okay, so can we move on to the next one? The next topic.
Yes, I think. Hi, Lucy. If you record, you can add in master weekly notes. So you can add here also recording session. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I think we need to move on to the next topic. So this is a task, right? So this need to copy and go to here. This is a task, and that's why. This is the master. This is the role of task responsibility master. So this is the task for Benji. So Benji, are you okay on this task responsibility master?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So, Abdul,
Yes.
so can we move on to the next topic?
Yes. We can move on to next topic. So I think
Okay.
yes, this one. We need a priority topic doc during our body team. So in this,
I think that's us.
yes, we need to. We need a priority topic doc, so that we can add our every session task and responsibility after every. That means today we have a EurAfrica session, and first we create a priority topic doc, then we linking this doc every members main doc, and this doc we need to update every session after every session, and when we working our everyday's uh, regular schedule, then we just need to check on this doc, and then we can take a responsibility or topic. So I think it's help us what we need to work or what we need to finish fast, and that's it. So first in this topic we need to first create a doc, and then need yes.
The drop is there, so what we need is just to update it.
Yes. Okay, I see this one. So this is not a EurAfrica priority topic. I think this is overall. Overall, that means every session. This is only for priority topic doc.
Hello, Abdul.
Yes.
Are you creating other again for priority topics for EurAfrica?
No. Just I think this is.
I already created all those documents.
This.
I create the master doc.
Which one, Lucy?
I create the priority. I create the master doc, and I create the master topic. I create 3 of them, and responsibilities, tasks and responsibilities. All of them are there.
Can you send? Can you? So are you create?
Master topic. I create 3 of them.
Okay. Hi Jay.
Hello.
Yes, not
How are you
Africa,
today?
you will check, you will get the master doc.
Hi Jay. I think you need to assist on our priority topic doc that you say in our today's morning. So can you assist me on priority topic, Jay?
Yeah, sure. Really quick, let me check in. I'm doing pretty good. It's still pretty early for me. Probably like a 5.5, maybe 5.75. But we have lots to do today, including on the EquiPay rule and everything.
Okay, great.
As far as this particular topic, I was looking a little bit. Basically, the first thing to understand when you're talking about the buddy team, master weekly notes, well, that's completely optional. The master weekly notes are for level 4. Okay, so if you're level 3 or someone's a new person, level 2, level 3, they are not required to know about master weekly notes. They're not required to do anything with master weekly notes. It's nothing to do with that. Master weekly notes is optional for everybody, and it is level 4. Right, so if you want to get to level 4, you need to know about master weekly notes. So it's very good that Abdul went over it all with you guys.
Yes.
As far as the priority topic doc, I have no idea what that's all about. Like, I think that maybe you're mixing some things up. First of all, topics only happen during team sessions, right? So this would be like super team sessions, main sessions, and lunar/planetary sessions. Okay, so
during your buddy team, you might have a topic that really needs to be focused on a priority. So buddy teams have priorities, and you want to, and you know, your responsibilities, right, for your work. Right, so buddy teams are work sessions. So you want to focus on the responsibilities and the work that needs to get done, and where you get that, every worker is responsible for you know, their responsibilities, right? And you're supposed to list and update all your worker responsibilities on your main doc. You can list your buddy team responsibilities on your buddy team doc, right? So let's just quickly go to Abdul and Jay from last night. So this was simply to make sure that we talk about documentations. In the last couple was for our main session, and we talk about documentations. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, Abdul. Like, I don't see anything from our notes about that. I don't understand what you're talking about in terms of a...
Maybe what Abdul was trying to say, there is this list of EurAfrica something, Asia plus something, that you add maybe if you are then ambassador. Is it the one you explained, Abdul? Ambassador.
Yes, I think yeah, in this priority topic doc, I talking on that after every session, that means EurAfrica session or Sonic team session, we have a new responsibility, new task, and I think we need to adding this task and responsibility as a priority. So we need a doc, and then we every day, every session, we updated task and responsibility on the new priority topic doc.
Well, but first of all, responsibilities and tasks are not topics. So let's just not use the word topic anymore, because if you're talking about topic, it's just has nothing to do with your responsibilities and your work. Topics are something you talk about, not something you do, right?
Yes.
So let's not use the term topic, because then that confuses everybody, because then everyone's going to start thinking the topics are responsibilities. They're not. Okay, the second thing I think that you might be mixing up is the idea that we need a doc for responsibilities, you know, for all workers. Right? What are the responsibilities for all workers so they have clarity? So that's definitely something that I've been asking for people to do that hasn't happened yet, right? So we need to have a doc that clearly states all the responsibilities that all workers have that everybody shares, right? So everyone's clear on what everybody is supposed to do.
Yes.
And then also we can clarify what people are not supposed to do and is not required, right? So in the context of where, you know, so the question is, what you keep talking about is like, you know, recording and storing your responsibilities and tasks, right? So where this, is that correct, Abdul? Or is that what you're talking about, recording and storing your responsibilities and tasks?
Yes.
And so the question would be where to document responsibilities and tasks, right? That would be the question. The answer to that question is on your main doc.
Yes, I think it's need to linking every members Main doc.
We already have that in the super team doc. So if you go to the super team doc, it should have everybody's main doc in it. The EurAfrica super team doc is not organized yet, but eventually it should have everybody's main docs, right? Right. So if you go to let's see here. Let's go to the Sonic team. So if you go to the Sonic team, you see, if you go down to main docs, you have everybody's main doc. You also have all the buddy team docs. So basically, if you want to know what Asif's and Lucy's responsibilities are, click on their buddy team doc. If you want to know what Steve's responsibilities are, click on Steve's main doc. Right?
Yes.
So, I mean, you technically could create a single doc where you copy and paste everybody's responsibilities into a single doc, but that would take a ton of time. It would never be up to date because people's responsibilities are always changing, and it would be you would never be able to keep up to date. But it would generally have that information. Typically, what you could do is you could have a what we would call roles and responsibilities doc, right? This for all workers. This is really, really important to know what they're supposed to do. You technically can create, it's not necessary, right? So it's optional, but you could have a roles and responsibilities doc. So typically roles and responsibilities are focused more on the roles of what in general people's roles are within the team, so that it's a little more clear. But where we do this is the easier place to do that is where we've assigned this roles and responsibilities to be documented, right? Is in the responsibility verification.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So if you go to responsibility verification, which of course no one's doing, right? This would be another responsibility for all workers, right? Is to log your responsibilities in the responsibility verification spreadsheet, and then also you would put the highest or priority responsibilities in your team schedule, right? To create a buddy team schedule and update the buddy team schedule. And so all of that is basic, essential steps. You go to the buddy team schedule, and you go to the info section. You can take any one of these. Let's do full team prior. Let's just do our client responsibilities. So right here, you should say who is doing the work, right?
Yes.
This is where you should say every responsibility. You should know who is doing each and every responsibility, and this is where it should be. And then you should have the link to every responsibility, so it's organized. Who is doing it, and the link for it.
Okay. Then.
So there's if you try to do it with a doc and you have everybody updating all the docs all the time, it's gonna be crazy. On the spreadsheet, you can usually search for people with all database. You can easily know who is doing what responsibility very quickly. So, anyways, that would be my recommendation. But I mean, you can do this. It's just going to be optional.
Okay.
Check.
So
Yes, James.
Did they answer your question?
I think it's okay now. I clear about this one also. So I think we need to move
So,
to the next topic. Next.
yeah, definitely we need to move to the next topic. And Jane,
Yeah.
it's good that you are here for the next topic. This next topic, I think it came up as there was a complaint brought up by Lucy, and there was a message last week sessions. There was a message at the bottom of the document, and it read, just a second. It said that I have a problem with people getting points for facilitation when they and Steve did most of the second half of the meeting, and at least Steve was not acknowledged when James and Lucy did not handle their assignment. Since that Lucy only acknowledges people in her group and as a member of that group, I find it distressing. So that was the message that that has contributed to the next topic, which is transparency. And I think Lucy, since you are here, and maybe you can contribute to this topic about transparency. So what was your concerns when you are talking about transparency? What issues you have to contribute to this topic? Lucy?
Yeah, I think, thank you, James. My issue is if I have a problem, maybe I did not mention anyone during the session to participate, or if I maybe do tracking and I omit someone points. Why not coming like now we have a session, you just be transparent to everyone, telling us, you know what, Lucy, when you are doing facilitation, this and this is not working well. Can you please, if you have a session, you need to do this and this. Instead, going down and jot something, a message, it seemed like I was not recognized many people there. And it's like one person is just complaining, not everyone who attend the session. And I was requesting if that person can say kindly why he wrote that message there instead of just telling all of us. I need it to be transparent.
Okay, thank you so much. So Jay, that's the concerns that Lucy has. And Lucy, just to answer, the one who prepared today's document, and this message actually was not even supposed to be there today. It was not written there today, and I can say I'm the one who prepared the document alone, and nobody else was assisting me. So there was no way in any case that anybody wrote this document down there without me knowing, because I was in charge of the preparation of the document. This was from last week's session. That part which has been copied to today's session. And for me, I understand the concerns that for the person who wrote that tweet. I understand, because for me personally, I'm associated with that message there, and I feel like last week I was too quiet for a facilitator. I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was too quiet. A lot of people were speaking more than me, even though it's not supposed to be like that, because I'm the facilitator. And for this was like a challenge, because I did not deserve to be given the points for facilitation, since I was like a silent listener instead of doing my role as a facilitator. And for me, I think I don't have anything to say in regards to that point, because I feel whoever wrote it down there was just writing it there for us to see and realize the mistakes maybe that we made last week, and improve on what we did wrong last week. So for me, like last week, I'm taking the responsibility that I did let me finish.
Listen, if someone have something, if I did not do anything good, why not during the session you come out instead of writing down?
No, even during that session, they did mention about this issue like that. We, as facilitators, even we spoke about it, and when we knew this message was just like, I don't know what I can say, but Jay had already said that we were being too quiet. Even I can remember there was a time when we would call our names.
So he showed that you were right.
No, I'm not even on the keyboard. I didn't even touch anything. No.
Then
I'm just saying on my hand.
Let's discuss this thing and let someone who write the message telling me, Lucy, you did this. You know I personally like people who are transparent. If I did wrong, imagine just tell me immediately. I will have no problem. I love that. If you tell me, Lucy, you know this is wrong and wrong, I love someone who's telling me directly instead of going and writing down like you don't, I don't know.
Okay, Dave, you want to continue?
Yeah. I guess for me, my assumption is that Steve wrote that. You know, when I look at that, it says, I have a problem with people getting points. It's like, this sounds like something that Steve would write. Steve also can think about things in that way where it's like, we want, like, I did all this work and other people are getting the credit for it. It's something that Steve might be concerned about. So basically, the bottom line is that Steve and Jay were not the facilitators. So Steve and Jay wouldn't get credit for facilitating because even though we did step up and help move the facilitation along, it's part of what's called group facilitation, and it's like basically the problems with the facilitation would have been Steve and Jay's fault if they had been the facilitators. Right? So it would make sense to give the facilitation credit to Steve and Jay to do facilitation when they weren't facilitators, and the problem was the facilitation wasn't moving forward, which would mean that, okay, then they're the ones who shouldn't get the facilitation credit because if they were doing bad facilitation, right? So it's kind of like a catch-22. The other component of it is that you could put some facilitation credit for someone, but we really weren't facilitating. We were talking and moving things forward and helping things happen, but we weren't actually facilitating. We might have been doing some topic communication and coordinating something within a topic, but that's not what facilitation is. So, and I think we're all in agreement that like both Steve and myself mentioned the issues of facilitation, were very vocal about it during the meeting. I think it was reasonably transparent, but I can see why you'd be frustrated about it. But I think it's primarily around the points that the comment is discussing. I don't know what all the other stuff is, so I think that part is just should be ignored because it doesn't make any sense. But we can certainly ask about it later.
Yeah, sure. Does anyone else want to contribute to this topic, or we can move forward to the next topic?
Well, if we can see it,
For me, I know it is meaningless, but as a learner, I'm a learning. If I made a mistake being a facilitator and I did not do it, why not for that person just to face us in front of us? I know it is just a minor issue, but to me as a learner, sometimes I feel like maybe I can isolate myself from participating. Because if I do some other thing, maybe people think that there is not the right way. People going and writing down, it even my fear. I fear like today I don't take any course of doing anything because I fear because of that message. If I participate, talking too much. Maybe that I can even avoid myself from maybe doing something like facilitation or contributing to something, and I attend on the session because it is not. It's always good to be transparent. When I met something I did wrong, why not just facing me, telling me truth instead of writing? I only only recognize the members of our team. I think it's not making sense. To that person who will go to the other extent, I understand why that message was writing there. If you go to ballot tracking, kindly check. I'm not the one writing the first ballot tracking. It is Jay who wrote that. I know that message relating to ballot tracking. Kindly check ballot tracking. The first part, it is not me. The first part is they who did it. If you can go down and check ballot tracking from that session, the first one, yes, that part, it is not me. I only did the last part, starting from session positioning. Some are done by Jay. You guys, if you don't participate maybe and you complain, you see that your points are not many because you are not participating. It is not me. You also need to also explain to people about tracking the first part, the one you write, like Julie 2 hours from something times this and this. People they don't understand. If you don't participate, you are going to multiply like less. I'm not always doing that part. I always do the rest of the other side of ballot tracking. The first part I always leave to Jay. Like Jay 2.5 times 3 has 7 hours. Steve 2.5 times 3. It is not me. Please kindly let Jay explain to everyone so that you know when we do ballot tracking, no one always favoring any person there. Thank you.
So, just to kind of like, the primary problem from last week wasn't necessarily just the facilitation. The problem was just that it was just dead silence. Over and over and over again, it was just silence and silence and more silence, and it was like, who's facilitating, who's facilitating, who's facilitating, and there would just be more silence. And me and Steve assumed that people's internets had just turned off and that people weren't able to communicate because there was so much silence, right? So, I mean, it wasn't just the facilitators that weren't interacting. It was like the entire group. It was just like silence, like, over and over and over again, right? So I don't know why that was happening, but the point is that it wasn't just the facilitators, right? And the facilitation of the group is not the role of the facilitators. The facilitation is controlled by the group, right? Group facilitation through majority vote controls who the facilitator is. If both the facilitators leave the call and are no longer on the call anymore because they got kicked off of their internet, it doesn't mean the meeting's over. The group of the people who are present in the meeting need to step up and either get a new facilitator or do group facilitation or whatever it takes to move the meeting forward. So there was like a breakup of the whole group last week, that it just didn't make sense. But either way, I mean, you guys did a good meeting. It wasn't like bad or anything. The second thing to note is that there is a major issue with leadership and it can also be related to hierarchy. I don't know exactly how to write this down, but basically the general concept is that many times when you have a leader or certain people who speak better English or whatever it is, like, me and Steve just being present can actually prevent other people from stepping up, right? And that's also part of why we split up into groups. Like, we really need to start pushing, like, once you get over 8 people, to split up into 2 double teams for our sessions and start practicing, multiple groups meeting simultaneously with the same agenda. So we're going to start doing that soon. But the point is that when you break up into more groups, you have more participation and interaction. Like, for example, this meeting is very dominated by Abdul. Abdul can do that sometimes. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but the point is that we need to break up the space. We need to give more space for other people to help out. So just me being here can reduce participation. And I think that's a huge problem, which is part of why it's important for me just not to be present for some meetings, and also to break up into smaller groups to help things move forward or have facilitation. So we should definitely prioritize that. Maybe not in the EurAfrica session, but in some of our other sessions, like the Sonic session and other sessions, to do dual meetings. We can do it here as well. Check. Oh, there was one other question I forgot to answer, which was Christy wanted me to go over the time of participation for the value tracking. So value tracking, so this would be part of session value tracking. Session value tracking. So the way session value tracking works is that you get your time, you have your attendance. Attendance is based on like where you go on time. If you're on time, you basically get 2 points. You know, if you're here early, you get 3 points. And then from there, you can do preparation. Not include just like creating the document. That's basically a point for creating the document you put under tabs. The preparation is actually preparing for the meeting, you know, getting the work ready, creating the agenda, the topics, you know, actually thinking about the meeting before and the desired outcome for the meeting. So from there, like let's look at the attendance up here. Late Julie J, you know, it came at like 9 a.m. or 9 a.m. or whatever. I don't know. So in the context of the other parts of session value tracking is we do your positions. People who participate and actually run the meeting get more, are participating more value into the meeting. And that her last week did include Lucy. She did facilitation. So that was hugely valuable, and we were very thankful for her to help out with that. You know, if somebody does something but doesn't actually do it, like there was very little timekeeping last week, so you get a point. So you sign up for something, you don't actually do it, you get a point. Okay. Video indexing thing is based on the number of times that you're doing it. It's like you're not spending 2.5 hours doing video indexing, right? This takes 1 minute, right? It's like this is a point. So it'd be 1, 2, 3 points, right? 3 or 4 points for the video indexing, and then you get a point for signing up for it as well, right? So that's how video indexing works. Is like you know, and you should put the name of who gave each video indexing, and then you get a point for that. And then session value tracking does take time afterwards. It can take like a half an hour or so afterwards. And then the task responsibilities you sign up for, you get points. And then we add them up and add them to the session value tracking spreadsheet that we can take a quick look at. This all goes to the session credits. I'm trying to start the process of noting here that like these hours are not hours. They're session credit hours. What happened? Yeah, these are session credit hours. With hours for session credits. So I'm gonna keep trying to push that and make sure that people understand that these are not normal hours. These are just contribution hours in relationship to your session credits. Session credit, you have like the session, you have each person, this automatically adds up the points, the time, the points you have. People are giving money, they would get value credits for the money. And then it equals the credits based on your contribution, right? And so the contribution credits are, we don't know what the value of the contribution credits are. This obviously isn't correct, but it's just there for whatever reason, right? So I guess this is like, you know, global, you know, minimums or whatever. But the point of the session value credits is basically that people will be getting issued credits and tokens and value, and also part of our rankings based on how people contribute. As far as like the breakdown for the participation time, you know, basically we have to have some way of making sure that people are participating in, like, that one person who does a lot of participation will get more value than somebody who basically sits silent the entire meeting, right? That's just like ridiculous. So basically, whoever is highest ranking would be involved in it. You can have multiple people who help out, but you would basically want somebody who knows what's going on to make sure that the participation is happening. So you have three parts. You have your audio connection, audio participation. You've got your text participation and your computer work participation. So, for example, for computer work, obviously Alvina is helping with notes, right? So that's an example of computer work participation. Creating a doc, helping out with video indexing, all that requires a computer, to be applicable. So you have Lucy, you have etc., right? If you have your computer, you don't use it, it doesn't matter. You're not helping with computer work. Audio participation is that you actually have, an active connection and we can hear you, right? And you're participating audibly, right? And then text participation is to do part of the text only. So if you only do text only, you're only getting like a third, if not less, of your credits. So I break this down in half, so you get 0.5x for having audio, and then you get 0.5x for for working audio, and then 0.5x for participating with your voice. Right, so then you get 0.5x for having text, and then 0.5x for actually texting and participating. Okay, so then this one here would be like 0.5x for engaging in a computer task, and 0.5x for active support and engagement. Right. So the idea here is that if you just show up and check in and blah blah blah, right? Then you're gonna get probably a minimum 1.5x. If you're having some sort of problem or you're not really working on a computer, basically that's 1x. Right? If you're not participating, and I don't care if you have your computer set up, you have your text set up, you have your audio participation all set up. If you're not participating, you get as low as 1x if you're not using your computer. You don't have your computer or 1.5x. Like that's what you would get. So you have to participate. So half of your entire value is for participation. Right? And then it's like, why are you here? Like you don't need to be here if you're not participating. Like money that's just wasted. And we do need to split up into smaller groups and have it make it easier for people to participate, but that's basically the context of that. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think.
It's a general estimated value. It's not perfect, and none of this. And it's really important that nothing related to session value tracking and with session credits has anything to do with work hours and
Okay.
Okay.
Right? It's probably
Explain. Just come catch you. Okay.
things, yeah.
So there is no way that the session credits are associated with the work reporting.
No, I mean on your work report you just put the time that you did the work, right? So this is what we would consider. So if we go to my main doc, we would go to, actually I don't know if I have it here. I need to link it here really bad. So the payroll. So if we go to work, teamwork hours and pay, which should be linked to everybody's main doc. So let me make sure it's linked to my main doc. So these are overall work hours, training, meetings, other work. So your overall work hours includes meeting time, right? So when you're in a meeting, you're going to record your meeting time as work hours. This would be work hours for the main EurAfrica session, right? So if you look at my work report for today, I have here at 9 a.m. I started the main EurAfrica session. And afterwards I'll put how long it is, like an hour and a half, whatever it is, right? So from there, it doesn't count towards anything. You don't do anything. You just talked. Just blah 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 blah. Right? It's not. It doesn't act. And even with your guys, is one thing about your topics, and I would highly, I already actually encourage you to look at your Asia, right? The Asia one here is that at the end of the day, right, the most important thing right here is we put prep for Africa session. Number one, weekly goals. Weekly goals and priority responsibilities, right? So your number one thing that you guys need to do, you didn't do. Right? So you're focusing on all these things that aren't priorities. I don't think you guys focus on a single work-related priority today during your session. Does anyone disagree with that?
I don't.
Yeah, so the number one thing that our weekly sessions are for is to review the goals, priorities for the week, make sure people know what they are doing and the different responsibilities they have, and to be able to ask questions about the responsibilities, get the work done, right? So that's what you should do, and that's still not even work. But at least you'd be focusing on moving forward, getting the work done, instead of just talking about other things that aren't necessarily priorities. So in terms of the work hours, you add your time for your training or meetings or whatever you want, right? But none of that counts as assigned work hours. Assigned work hours is actually doing the work of the responsibilities that are assigned to you, right? So client work hours are actually doing assigned client work, and then you have the output and deliverables. So basically all of this is hourly, right? But if you go to let's open up the personnel ranking. So I go to personnel support. Then we pop open personnel rankings. Let's go to the new ones that are being worked on. So the first thing you have is your client time. So this would track people's client time and how much client time we're putting in. Then you have your assigned hours. So this would be how much assigned work hours you're doing. Obviously, this isn't up to date. And you have your general work time rate. So your equity assets and your session credits would also relate to your rankings, right? So your session credits aren't currently being tracked, but we're going to start doing that, right? So your session credits and your equity assets are very closely related. Your session credits are a type of credit or value that will be tokenized, whereas your direct equity assets are the assets you have for your community equity and over time your direct equity within the network and the teams, right? So does that make sense in terms of how session credits are not hours that relate to your page? They relate to your equity and the value and the tokens you're getting from your contributions, right?
Yeah. That's
the different form of value tracking, and then additionally, there is the output. When you do output and deliverables, you will actually get bonus value. You know, so you're getting value for equity, but it's not upfront value, whereas value for output and deliverables is upfront value. And then you can add bonus hours and keep working and more work. Right. So I was just explaining how some of the value tracking works. And the only part of value tracking missing right now, which is actually a major problem. So, and again, no, it doesn't look like anybody's writing anything down that I'm saying, so we're still having major problems with the note taking. But basically, still major problems. So I was basically going to say that we have problems with team equity and daily equity spreadsheets. So until you see the team equity and the daily equity spreadsheets, there's no possible way that you guys will understand the value tracking systems and how value tracking works and how we actually connect all the value tracking together. Like, this is where FQN value tracking happens. FQN value tracking. Like, number one is team equity. Check.
Thank you, Jay, for that. I think for me it's clear that session credits are not associated with the work reporting anyway, but still important to the organization. So we're going to, does anyone still have any concerns when it comes to that topic? Or we can move on. Okay, so we can.
Yes, I think we need to move on. Our next next priority topic.
Okay. So Abdul, you did introduce life support as a topic. I don't know if you still want us to discuss it.
I think
Abdul?
yes, I think life support. I think it's pretty much clear if Jay mentioned clear or Jay described about life support, because I only me on life support I attend one session before, that's why this week that means this is Wednesday, Sonic team life support. Every people, that means only Steve and me stay on this session, but other people cannot join in this session. So Steve mentioned that in Sonic team, people don't know what is life support session and what is the main goal of this session. So Jay, can you say about the life support session goal and in this session how we can do?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Jay.
So the first thing to note here is that Abdul is right, that life support is the foundational, like, core of our network, right? It's not necessarily our priority in terms of getting paid. I mean, life support is not really about getting paid. It's about helping people. So, you know, we can't really make it a priority. And I just want to, like, remind you in the notes, it's like you can write twice, 3 times. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you write something at the goal is just to get it written down. So in the context of the life support sessions, I think Steve's concern Steve's concern is mainly the idea that people are using life support to basically just introduce themselves. So it's like, hello, my name is blah blah blah. I am from this country. I you know, do this and that and stuff like that, right?
Yes, Zay.
So that certainly helps a little bit to give a little bit of background, but it's not an introduction, right? If you're going to do introductions, we do introductions, right? Introductions, right? Introductions are introductions. Life support. So life support is answering these questions. You know, what do I need help with in my life, right? So this, you know, is one question. And then the other one is like, how can I make it easier and possible for people to help? Right? And also life support is all about relating to basically like helping each other. It's about helping each other. You know, as opposed to the organization helping you. I mean, the organization can pay you some money for work they do, but as an organization, it's not really it'll be impossible for us to directly help thousands of people. All we can do is help create space for individuals to help each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Yeah. Because there's just not enough resources within any individual organization to do that. But if we help create the space where people can help each other, it'll be good. So I think that was the main thing that Steve was mentioning, is just you know, just reminding people that if you just, I mean, you can do whatever you want during your 5 minutes of the life support time, but if all you do is spend that on introducing yourself, then you're missing the opportunity to really get into how we help. And then also, if anyone could link the life support, you know, link life support doc. I think someone created a life support doc.
Yeah, I did. Let me.
It would be helpful to have that. Check.
So Jay,
We can create some of this to index information into life support doc.
so Jay, my own understanding is that the life support is meant for us to really assist each other within the organization.
Yeah, which is just like, you know, getting help with each other in our lives. You know?
Okay, I've understood.
Yeah, and one of the primary, you know, essential aspects of it is that community leaders, one of the main things that gets in the way of helping the community is people of your individual life and all the problems in your life that get in the way of helping other people. So it's also related to the leadership context of, like, you know, making sure we also we're not just here to do administrative support and executive support, right? And basically virtual assistant work, right? We're also here to do personal assistance and personal support, so we can help each other. Nice.
So it's not necessarily about assisting those that are members within these organizations, but it can also apply to the people who are maybe in the larger society, maybe a country, a city, friends, and families.
Yeah. So I would call this the first life life support, umbrella group talk. We're going to be splitting into multiple life support groups because there's too many of us to do a single group. I mean, the maximum for life support group is probably like 5, 6, 7 people. Obviously less than 10. So we do want to break. We're going to break it apart a little bit, but there also would be just like the life support. We'll get that eventually. I think we have a pad. For now, just copy and paste this all here. We don't have it indexed because we want to index the information.
Yes. I think sorry, I'm having a cold, and I think I'm ready to move on. And the next topic, which is the final topic of today, is about individual responsibilities. And this topic was introduced by Abdul. I think Abdul was the one who proposed this topic to be discussed. And for some reason, I did not understand. I did not understand the purpose of the topic. So I don't know what it meant by it. So I'm just going to let Abdul give us tell us what to talk about.
Yes, James. I think yes. I think individual on this one. Yes, I think individual's responsibility is asking for. This is a question for Benji, and individual responsibility. That means when every people need to move level one level to another level, then they need to choose individual responsibility, and that is the main topic in this individual responsibilities.
Abdul, can you come up again?
Yes, I think this question, that means individual responsibilities. This is the course. This question is for Benji, I think. And individual responsibility is needed when people need level one level to another level, then they must be assigned 5 responsibility in his or her main doc, and they first choose the responsibility, and I think this is the main question from Benji.
So Abdul, does anybody have like a question or any contribution in regards to this topic?
I think Benji needs to explain what he means individual responsibilities. Maybe he has a question, he has something to say about that. Let him just tell us about it because he's the one coming up with the individual responsibilities.
Benji?
Yes, actually it was already, I think what was Abdul said is already correct. So you can go now. I mean you can go with the requesting for idea or opinions from the others.
Benji, sorry, I didn't get you properly.
what was Abdul said is already correct.
So you are agree with Abdul's proposal, Lucy?
But when you brought the question of individual responsibilities, what was your question about? Because I did not get it clear from Abdul. Maybe you have something that was not Abdul mentioned. But Abdul just said individual responsibilities, like you need to have 5 responsibilities.
Yes, Lucy.
Yeah. He did not understand. You did not responsibilities?
Actually, I'm not able to remember what was my question, but I can revise now. I can revise it. Maybe, I'm just confused. So for example, you have assigned task, or you have a responsibility for today. So, in order to continue your responsibility of task, I think we need to ask Jay for continuing your task as responsibility, or you may skip for I mean you may for that so example, if you already have a assigned task or responsibility, then the other session is and you are attending the session physically. Do you need to continue your responsibility for assigned task?
I think you do you want to know when you have your responsibilities, like for example, you have a 5 responsibilities. During the session, you mean you want to continue doing your responsibilities when we have a session? Is that the question asking?
It's almost maybe that's the thing I mean.
I think responsibility is just something like when you have during the session time, not as the main session. During our normal session, you can check which responsibilities you have, and we always go with priorities. You cannot wait for the day to ask maybe which stuff am I going to do. You need to go back to the. We have always responsibility priorities. You just go and check the priorities which are there, then you know which one you can do. If you don't know, you can just speak. When you get there, you ask, I want to do this priority task and I don't understand. Kindly, can you help me?
Yes.
Or what I mean, I think.
Yes, Lucy. Benji asked about that individual responsibility because when I go to my main doc, then I have some responsibility, and when I go to Benji's main doc, then Benji's responsibility is only one. That means finance. And
finance is not a responsibility. There are about 30 or 40 different responsibilities under finance. Finance is a project.
yes, and when
yes,
when people need to choose their responsibility, so then people need to go.
I can revise my question for you guys. Because when I go to when I connect with my main document, I'm not seeing my own responsibilities, because in the first place, when this document was created, of course, I didn't know how should be this, or what should be the content of this document. So, when I go to other documents, or other main documents, there are lots of responsibilities and tasks. So the question is why I don't have any responsibilities or tasks. Maybe So I'm thinking maybe I should ask for Jay. Ask for Jay if I should have assigned my I should assign myself a responsibility or a task. Jay should be authorized to assign me a responsibilities and tasks.
Okay, can I answer you?
Yes, yes.
I think responsibilities was just I tried to that many times. I think we got that levels like level 3, level 4, level 2. For you to move from another level to the next level, you need to have a 5 responsibility. I think you are there when Jay teachers how to come up with that, and when Jay was coming up with that level, you are also there. I think it's maybe being ignorant, maybe if you don't understand, you can just approach someone, you can approach a good or me, then Lucy, I don't know what's the responsibility I should have, and then I can guide you to do this and this. It's not a Jay to assign you a responsibility. No, it is you who assign yourself responsibility you can do.
Okay, so I just confirmed that. Actually, I have an idea about that, but I just want to confirm if my idea is correct. So I thought when I need to choose a 5 responsibility or a task for myself, I thought it was just for just that moment. So now I know that I need to put that 5 responsibilities that I chose here in my main document. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, when you choose those responsibilities, Benji, that doesn't mean that you don't have those responsibilities. You can still work on other responsibilities on any other time. It's not a must. Whatever you put as a 5, you always work on that strictly on that. No, you can still do other.
Yes, I understand. But thank you guys for answering my question.
Okay, thank you, Lucy. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Can I just add one thing real quick, and then we can go to Google? I want to add just quickly that I just want to emphasize the importance of understanding that when you get a responsibility, when you do training, and it's like, okay, you're now going to help out with payroll, for example, it is not like for the day or for that hour. It's just insane the idea that someone would think, and it happens all the time, that like, oh, I was just assigned this task for doing this responsibility this hour, and now I'm just going to forget about it. I'm never, ever going to even consider doing it ever again. You know, it's just like, when we train someone to do responsibility, the definition of responsibility is that it happens over and over and over again, and we're giving you that responsibility forever. And every single responsibility does need to have a time frame on it, and we're going to get better at that over time. So if we go to the buddy team, buddy team schedule. So basically, when you get a responsibility, we're going to do our best to make it as clear as possible. They never end or stop, right? So if we click on responsibilities, and we take exit budgeting, right? So finance, treasurer, accounting. Well, it's just accounting, exit accounting, economic partnership accounting, right? So one of the things that should be added here, which I think is going to help, is the time frame. The exit partnership accounting would be monthly. Right? So it's like budgeting, right? We have budgeting here. Another good one is so past value tracking is basically one time we're just going to get it done and then it'll be over. Current value tracking weekly is weekly. We got it every week. Monthly is monthly value tracking. We do it once a month. Right? Quarterly backpacking is quarterly. You do it once a quarter. That kind of makes sense? So every single responsibility should have a time frame. And then it should be clear when you get training on that responsibility that it's not, you don't just stop doing it because we finished the session. You keep doing it the next session. It's like every single session at the beginning of that session, it's just this nonstop whirlwind of like, you know, what are you doing today? And everyone's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell's going on. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, what did you do at the last session? You should record all of your responsibilities from the last session. You should start your next session with all the responsibilities that you just left off. Everybody should have, you know, a minimum of 5 responsibilities, if not a dozen responsibilities or more, so that they can get the work done. At the beginning of the session, right? At the very beginning of the session, it should say Benji's priorities. You should list your responsibilities out, and it should take you about 30 seconds to do that at the beginning of the session. You know, so many times it'll be like 30 minutes into the session and people still don't know what responsibilities they have, and they have no idea what they're doing. It's insane. You know, so like the bottom line is, if you want to get to level 4, level 4 is a minimum of 5 responsibilities signed off, right? So that means you know how to do 5 responsibilities. Level 3 is minimum of 2 responsibilities. If you can't do even 2 responsibilities on a regular basis and are up to date and signed off on them, it's like you're going to level 2 real quick. You know, and if you're still not participating and you're not taking it and wanting to get responsibilities, and you know, it's like you don't need to be here. You don't need to work. You know, and we'll just get something else. So I think it's pretty clear as far as like, you know, level 5 is going to be a minimum of like 10 plus responsibilities in a project.
Yeah. Yes, it's okay.
Abdul?
Yes, I think I think every member is now pretty clear about this responsibility and their task.
Oh, and there's one other thing I want to mention is that for the entire team, the responsibility of the team is just as applicable as everything else. Right? Like, don't ever think that I don't notice when things are getting done, because I notice everything. I'm always checking the verification spreadsheets. I'm always checking what's going on with personnel, what's going on with calendar, what's going on with everything. You know, because I'm working on it too all the time. You know, I'm working 10, 12 hours a day, right? Some days I work, 7 hours or whatever, but it's like I would prefer to work less. But in the context, it's like, it doesn't matter if I assigned or we worked on a responsibility 3 months ago. If it's not happening, that's going to dock the whole team points and the points of that responsibility being assigned. And that applies to everyone. So I don't care if you didn't realize that I was tracking from 3 months ago that you said you were going to do something, and then you didn't think that it was applicable that you were going to have to do it ever again. It's completely wrong. So you're going to be docked and thought of as not completing the responsibilities, even if you were assigned that responsibility from 3 months ago. It's continuous, and always you need to be doing the responsibilities. And if you're not going to do them, then you need to let people know. And additionally, this is the time during the weekly check-in sessions where you bring up issues and get help with the responsibilities. So at the beginning of the session, every single person should be begging for the responsibility to be discussed and get help with this so that you can do better and get more responsibilities. You know, and get them up in the tasks, right? The fact that we're not talking about actual responsibilities today is kind of strange. We're talking about everything. It's good if we're talking about general responsibility, if we can get into responsibility organizing, which is good as well. So, yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
is there anything else that you want to add on? That maybe you feel it's important for us to discuss during this session?
I guess the only other one was just the differentiation between your responsibilities. So, when you have, individual responsibilities, and let's just have 5, but these are like continuous responsibilities, right? All the time, every session. You can also get assigned a responsibility to work on outside of scheduled sessions, right? So if you get assigned to work on a responsibility outside of scheduled sessions, that means you can work more hours, right? Than just scheduled sessions. These are only going to be priority responsibilities. So if you want to work on priority responsibilities outside of scheduled sessions, when you're during the scheduled session, you best focus on priority responsibilities, and you're not going to get assigned responsibilities outside of the session. How would you ever be able to do a priority responsibility outside of a scheduled session if you never ever work on a priority responsibility during the session? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much, Jay. Okay. Before we go, we begin wrap up. Does anyone else have anything to say before we wrap up?
Yes, I think we need to go on wrap up.
I've been talking about responsibility organizing for a long time. So we just need to be added to the responsibility organizing doc, right? This is part of indexing, information indexing. I don't even know if we have a responsibility organizing doc. Someone said they were going to be working on responsibility organizing, but I don't know if we did. But we should save all this information. It's really important. Good stuff. Do you guys understand information indexing?
No, Jay. Can you?
No, DJ. I didn't understand.
You guys don't understand information indexing?
Yeah, no.
What? Does anybody understand information indexing?
Yes.
So do you want to explain it for everybody?
Then DJ, I didn't understand information indexing.
Somebody said yes. I think it was like Lucy or someone said that they understand it. So you could explain it for everybody.
I think I remember you explained about information indexing. You index every information, you link, so that can be easier for anyone to notice that maybe when he or she want to check on other information, can be easy when it is indexed.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, if people have questions about responsibilities, we would have to search through dozens of really spend like 30 seconds indexing it. Then we will be able to access it anytime we want to, based on the topic of the responsibility or best which is really important and work coordination. So, and this is part of the session. I don't know if we're going to create it like its own position. We could. next week we have that. So this is all tasks to index all this information and probably nobody did. But basically, you just copy and paste the information from the meeting into the project or responsibility doc section. That makes sense? You guys are following or what? Information indexing is also a responsibility. We might have a position to be like info indexer, data form.
Can you show us?
Well, we need a doc, right? So we need the responsibility organizing doc. Try to see if we can and I gotta get going here. I have a meeting again in like a half an hour. A little less than so I guess I wrap up. That's responsibility. Yeah, I mean, I've asked at least 4 or 5 times for the responsibility organizing doc to be created, and I don't think it happened. So it doesn't surprise me at all because a lot of things don't happen when we ask for them to. But a lot of things do happen, so we're making a lot of progress, but it's just, I think it was Abdul and Lucy. It's like you guys said you were going to be responsibility organizing, but then you never did it.
Yes, I said then I got a problem with my internet that time up to yesterday. So that's the problem.
This was from weeks ago. We
Yes.
assigned Abdul and Lucy responsibly organizing to help support that moving forward. And you guys just worked on the spreadsheet, never created a doc, which is like the first step of responsible organizing, was to create a doc. So the first step might be to create a responsibility organizing. So anyways, in the meantime, let's just put it under, personnel support, right? Because that's pretty much what it is, right? Responsibility organizing is part of personnel with coordination. So I could open up this. I could either go to personnel support or I could go to worker coordination. What worker coordination looks like. So here's some other indexed information. So I come in here, make a line, and I put it right there. And probably want to add all this stuff. So I would say it's a little bit more related to worker coordination and personnel support because, it's like getting work done as helping workers. But it's really good.
Thank you so much.
Like what I just did.
Yeah, Jay, I understand.
The indexing information, so I just indexed this information for responsibility, individual responsibilities to help coordinate the workers into the worker coordination doc. So now we have it there, we'll know where to find this information. And we also want to index it into the responsibility organizing doc.
Yeah, Jay, I think I understand on that responsible organizing doc, but I am really shamed on that because I cannot start on that responsible organizing doc. So I hope I can start tomorrow morning with Lucy. But the problem when we every day we have a common working time, but when we join on that, but some people that means when some people cannot know what their task, and that's why Lucy and me cannot create a body team, and for that uh, I cannot start on responsibility organizing doc, and I think this is really very shame for me. So I think I can do ASAP on that responsibility organizing doc. Check.
Okay, no problem, Abdul. We can do tomorrow. The problem is maybe we get people who doesn't know how to do some their responsibilities or tasks. So there is no other way than the Abdul on the same place. Unless we need so that we can help others.
I think that should be right.
Yes.
So just to make sure it's clear, responsibility organizing has nothing to do with getting anything done. Like, do you guys want me to go over responsibility organizing again? Because it's, if you think responsibility organizing is about making sure someone knows how to do the responsibility and get the responsibility done, then you have no idea what responsibility organizing is. It's not what it is. You don't need to know how to do something to organize the responsibility. You guys want me to explain that again, or do you guys understand that, or what?
Yeah, Jay, I think we know how to organize the responsibility, but we cannot start on a responsibility organizing doc, because every day when we create a body team, then suppose for today, uh, at first on main hangout, me, Benji, Albina, and uh, another one. So when we choose me and Albina, then Benji is only one, and Benji cannot clear about his task and responsibility, and that's why we need to uh, break up our body team as a senior, as a experience who can know the task and responsibility, and that's why we cannot create a body team with Lucian Abdul. That's why we cannot start on that responsibility organizing doc, and that is the main reason. So I'm really ashamed on that. I can start responsibility organizing doc tomorrow.
Alright, well, I don't really understand what you said, but I mean, you can do it tomorrow if you want to. Like, you know, it takes about 30 seconds to a minute to create a doc. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us here. We should be able to create 8 docs in 1 minute. Right? So it's like the idea that we don't have a support admin doc yet, the idea that we don't have a responsibility organizing doc yet, the idea that we don't have a doc for responsibility for all workers. I mean, these are really, 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 really important things. Like, if people don't know what responsibility is as a worker, that are the same for all responsibilities, does anyone think that would be a problem? It's a huge problem that people don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
right? So it's like you know, you can wait till tomorrow to do it, it's perfectly fine, but we could also just do it now. We have 8 of us, so anybody can just do it. You don't have to wait for someone else to do it. Anyone can do it. You note down your name, you do it, and then you get session credits, right? Because you're going to get work and task credits, and it's going to increase your ranking, and it's going to increase, you know, everything that we're supporting. So we want people to take initiative and just get the work done. You don't need to wait till tomorrow. Do it right now. It takes 30 seconds and then.
Yeah, Jay, I think.
That's fine too, but just get it done.
Yeah, Jay, I think.
Get organized.
Yeah, Jay, I think yeah, it's really a problem here. So when we assign any task and task in our session, that means global session or weekly session. So lots of members are joining this session, So I think every member can create a task. That means when we assign any then any people can do this do this document, that means that doc created in this session, and when they create that doc, then they need to linking our uh, document log, that means daily document log, they need to linking also there. So today we have uh, some task here. Just look at this one: create budgeting validating spreadsheet. So I think any people can do this, and when they create this spreadsheet, then they need to linking global, daily, weekly list of document. So this is today is 4th August. So when any people create this spreadsheet or doc, they need to update it here, and this I think it's really very helpful to us. This is another talk, so any people can do this in this session duration, I think.
I think life support job already was created by Alipina.
No, I think no, I think it's just a new one that Jay assigned in this session. So do hi Alvina, can you created this doc?
It was already life support.
Yeah, I did. I didn't need to transfer.
Abdul's right. It's details. You guys have to listen to the details, and it's just like in the life support one, it was what are we talking about? Life
Just see this one. This one.
It's right here. It's like we have the life support umbrella group doc. This is our group, right? This is our life support group, and it has everybody's individual life support docs on it, right? So this is where we're going to coordinate our FQN life support group.
Yes.
The information that we talked about in regards to life support has nothing to do with our group. This is not where that information gets indexed. It needs to get indexed at the higher level of the life support program, the actual organization and the implementation of life support for the public, for everybody, not our group. It's not about the group. It's about life support administrative organizing for all of life support. It's a very different doc, right? See, the life support admin doc. This is the life support umbrella group doc.
Yes.
The group doc versus the organization doc.
So I think we need.
So what we should do an organization doc then? On that life support organization.
What?
What is included there on organization support doc?
Information. This information needs to be indexed. It's called information indexing, so you can find the information in the future, right?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Everything needs to be indexed into a document based on a topic of what's being discussed. Anytime we're coordinating life support, it needs to be organized within the life support program, the program doc, right? So it's separate from our FQ life support group, which is us. It's about us, not about life support itself. What I'm trying to say is that if people don't want to do something, ask when it's the moment, right? Don't just ignore it. Don't just be like, oh, he did a task here, but Jay had no idea what he was doing, and no one has any idea what they're doing, so I'm just going to ignore it and not do anything. You know, it's like, you don't think that makes sense, then ask about the task, you know, why was it created, you know, so we're asking now, which is good, but, you know, we still need to get done.
Yes, Jay, you know what? Many people, they don't want to go maybe to check for the whatever is like whatever is highlighted needs to be done. It's always a good go back and check with either me or other few. But everyone is just sitting there waiting. That is why you get like if you assign a task to maybe to like creating a document when I was not there or I was not there. No one can take a issue regular. It's not.
Keep going, sorry.
I think everyone needs to participate. Whatever is there, not waiting for someone who is assigned to do that one.
Exactly, yeah. And if someone like, else wants to take the initiative to encourage other people to do it, that's perfectly fine. But in the end, it's like if people aren't participating, you're going to get less participation credits, you're going to get lower rankings, and we're going to get rid of people who aren't participating and don't need to be here. It's like if you don't want to participate in the meeting, help do the task and make things move forward, then you don't need to be here. It's just waste money.
Yes.
Like on very important things to get priority done, get work done. Check.
Okay, Jay. Okay, guys. I don't. For me, I think it's important. Maybe this task, I don't think we can like to continue to tomorrow. Maybe it's something that can be today. We have like almost 8 documents. We have almost 8 visuals. Something that maybe if we can just do it right now, leave it and just leave the handout after we are just completed the task. Because the idea of cutting these tasks guarantee that maybe tomorrow we can do them. And since we are here right now, and just do them like just now and get done with them.
So I think we need to go on wrap up. Is it okay now?
It's okay with me.
Excuse me, Jay.
Yeah.
Can we make a schedule? Can we make a schedule update to Premier because I want to master the task responsibility master and video indexing.
Well, I mean, you can put it in the buddy team schedule for any time during the Sonic session, like, once a week, you and that group to check in or, have three-way buddy team or whatever, and do advertise as your priority. That's perfectly fine. It's not an overall priority. It's not like, going to make it break the bank. It's like, it's not something we're going to sign to pay more money out of the budget.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah. And I think the next step we need to talk about is the budget. There's lots of budget questions that are happening, and we're also need to think about additional time and added time that people work with. But we should do it in a coordinated, strategic manner.
All right.
I just leave the down for responsibility for all workers. I already told it. Lines and others.
Okay, and still have.
Hi Lucy, which one you created?
Let's take on priority of today. I already leave
Okay.
that
Okay.
responsibilities for all workers, but I already told it. Just check it there.
Okay.
Also, still created the life support admin document, but I'll do more updating on it.
Just link. It's always good if you link.
It's linked.
Hi. Hi James.
Hi.
I think you created live support admin doc, right?
Yeah.
So you have another task here also. So just you need to copy this on and then paste to global weekly daily list of document log. And I think yes, EurAfrica session is already here. So you need to copy this and then add this on here. So I think every member that when every member can create a new doc, then they need to linking in daily weekly list of document log, so that we cannot missing any document on every day. And this is I think this is the task every people every person. So just check on this also here. And I think every members need to linking this document this doc into every member main doc. And you can see this I just linking here on the top, because when I working in this, then first I need to this on, and then I check uh, how many body team and who working. I just so that I can get an idea about this every single day. Check.
Yes, Abdul. You get the doc I created, Abdul?
Yes, I get this doc and linking our global weekly daily list of document long. I linking here also.
I also created for budgeting spreadsheet. So I just link it to the
Okay, well, I'm gonna get going here because I have another session here in a bit, but you guys should wrap up and just do your best. And I think this is a really good session. I think a lot got done. I think we're just gonna get better and better and better, and I just highly encourage you guys to focus on the actual responsibilities that need to get done and use the time, effectively, efficiently to help each other meet and exceed on your responsibilities for working. That's what this was the primary reason for this space. Time to coordinate the whole, so people know what's going on. Additionally, remember that Abdul can do like one. I mean, I guess we're gonna move up Abdul's to two. Buddy team sessions that are independent. Lucy has buddy team sessions scheduled independently as well. I think Abdul's supposed to be doing a Wednesday session right now too. So it's just like there's plenty of other times where Benji and other people can connect with Abdul and others, and then it'll just keep going as we get more people more and implement it.
Okay. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Hi James, I think yes, I think we need to wrap up now.
Yeah, we need to wrap up.
Yes, and I think every member who are present here, so just ask me and Lucy if you face any problem or any question. You can ask me freely, and I hope I can try my best to help to each other. So thank you guys. So I think we need to wrap up now, and we just need to check out.
Yeah, so we need to begin the checkout.
Yeah. Okay.
The session has gone for like too long.
Yes, that means 3 hours. Yeah.
So okay, Abdul.
Yes.
I'm going to begin with you. Would you like to check out?
Yes, okay.
Okay, we can go on.
Pretty good session for me, and I hope after this session, every members in our organization can take his responsibility, and if they need any help or any question, they can really ask me so that I can help uh, is the other. And I felt really better after this session. So thank you guys. Thank you all.
Benji,
Yes,
would you like to talk?
yes. Hi guys. As the in these sessions, I learn a lot and I want to learn more. I'm excited for the next sessions and subsequent.
Okay, thank you so much. Julie, would you like to check out? Julie?
Yes, Jay.
Yes.
Yes, everyone. This is a session, and I learned a lot, and excited to continue.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, Thomas, let me check out. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Position of good. Quite well. I'm happy. And I'm good. Some of the so
I want to listen. Yeah, today's session will just rotate you for others work for you. So that by the end of the month, by the end of the week, you need to do it. And when we are in a session, we have only 2 to 3 people question. This is not done, this is not done. But for you to said and there. Waiting by the end of the week to get paid. Please, members, let's do something. Don't wait to others people only to work. Then by the end of the week, you need to get paid. You can even question yourself, what am I getting this money for? Did I do something? Did I make I think you need to rethink. When we always look for the job, I think we always decorate our CVs. I know how to do this. To make his work is better.
thank you, Lucy, the back. Uh, assume two dropped out of the hangout, so unless we can find a way for you to check out maybe through Skype, then that would be like check out.
Yes. Actually, I'm grateful for the session.
and I'm also still more efforts to learn more responsibility. So that I also find myself in another level, and also find myself healthy in every responsibility. Actually, it is not good to leave for other people to contribute and others are silent. Maybe it's about maybe someone doesn't understand, but it's also good to make yourself at least to be very sharp to understand the tasks and the responsibility so that we help each other because we are equal here and we are all entitled to work. There's no need for you to claim for higher pay when you are unable even to handle one task. So it can't make any sense. So let all of us put our hands together as a team, the benefit of the organization and the benefit of our own life. Because we are here to grow. Actually, when I do not understand something and when I call upon you to help, I have a good heart to help. Because not all of us can understand the same level. Yeah, let us just be a brother's keeper and also have and willing to have the same goal that we may achieve together. You know, when we work in unity, we can do better than working alone. We can work alone and do good, but when we work together, we can do best. We can check out.
Thank you so much. Okay, maybe it's my turn to check out. And I had a session. And I think it's
let's talk. I know.
I really had that session. Step up and just need to which are supposed to do that. Because during point of entry I was angry because I was asking questions or maybe I wanted you guys to contribute to certain topics people were quiet and I really thought I was feeling like I could just go from the conversation and leave the hang up because I was feeling like it's good that we step up and assist each other. The work that we are doing, even when a person says maybe I'm going to do it alone, that doesn't necessarily mean that that person wants to do it alone. At some point, that person is going to need assistance, and we are the only people who assist that person because the members of the organization because we know it's supposed to be the same. That's how we are going to be paid by doing things. So I'm just thank you so much. And that's my check.
Thank you, James, for that. But you are a benefit. I don't always like when I don't, the end of the month, I demand this thing really makes me, I'm not happy to it. We need to work.
So I
I don't
think
know if it's
checkout is already done, right?
yes.
So after this session, ending the session, just look at this one. That means end of the session. Thing is Abdullah Nabina, master document update. Abdullah and James, and hi Lucy, can you help us on session value tracking? Okay, so then and other people can need to leave this session. Leave this session, I think.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jen. Bye, Benji. Hi, Thomas. I think, and also Ben, also Julie. Hi, Julie. I think you need to go. And we are four now. We need to break up our buddy team because in the, after this session we have the tracking and update session task responsibility verification. So hi Albina. Uh, Albina and Lucy, you can start on session value tracking. James and me document update. After this to one, then I join with value session value tracking. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So James, so you can stay here, but you can continue your task. And James on master document update and then session task responsibility, and uh, Lucy and Albina just focus on session value tracking. Okay.
Abdul,
Yes.
let's meet on the secondary panel.
No, I think it's okay if we stay here. Okay. So I think this session is recording, and if possible, yes, if possible, okay. So Albina, yes, Albina, Lucy, you can go on secondary. Okay.
I think value tracking is just a continuation of what we are doing.
Okay. Just do that,
Yes.
and James and me working on master document update and also task and responsibility verification. So James,
Yeah.
uh, I need to go this session verification. So this is to create. We need to create a here.
Lucy? Yeah, I really the one who was at the station.
Yes, this one. So yes.
Go to another house because Lucy and Bina.
Okay. So I think this session is recording, and so
you can just cancel the
okay. Just a minute.
You'll be there, guys. Let us.
Okay. Albina and Lucy can you can go secondary because this session is recording, and when I go to secondary, then the recording is stopped.
Okay, guys, let's go.
Okay. So it is okay now. So in this, so are you working in this session task responsibility before, or this is fast for you? Are you working on this before?
Sorry?
Are you working on this spreadsheet before, or today is the first for you?
not but I know what is included.
Okay, so I
It's
think
not like that. It's not like the first time I've seen this type of documentation.
okay. So we need to linking this here. Copy this one, then session, and we need to linking here also.
Let me do that.
Yes. And now it is done. So just check. Uh, it's updated, right? Calendar. Calendar.
Yeah, the calendar.
Yes, calendar is updated. Scheduling also updated. Session documentation. So session documentation means need to linking and all other. So it's already done. And recording and notes. So recording is in this session is recording, right? And note, that means note taking, that is Lucy, and you also. So yes, note taker Albina, and then session bell tracking. So session bell tracking is ongoing now, Lucy and Albina. So this on, so calendar is almost done. Yes, scheduling is already updated because during the scheduling, new scheduling we have no. So scheduling is already done. Then session documentation is already done. Then recording is okay. That means so we can put this on 90%, 90%. Recording and notes.